This is how we play.
Is Axe interested in the crossbows?
Or
the opposite?
Axe probably hates those damn things.
Yeah.
Because they represent the shitty dwarves that Axe's people don't get along with.
But these are not from the dwarves, these are from the Warforged.
Are they? Did the Warforged make them?
Well, they seemed very similar, but a bit outdated to the dwarven ones.
Well, not exactly.
Or were they more intricate than the dwarven ones?
They're lighter than the dwarven ones, for sure.
Okay, so they're probably made out of... is it the same metal as a ship? Is it aluminium?
Seeing the ones that the dwarves are carrying around, if you feel them and feel how heavy they are, yeah, they would seem to be the case.
Okay.
So that means either Volta is interested or, no one cares, because Silverbeard isn't here.
Well, what I'm thinking is these puppies are enchanted as well. In some way, so they don't break after you use them. Because if these crossbows are made out of aluminum,
it just means that they have to be. It just means that the metal has to be thicker than the hull of the ship was.
I was gonna say, air-grade aluminum is pretty.
Yeah, I mean, we build cars out of aluminum.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Well, they're intricate though. So what do you guys want to do? Do we want to give them to the blacksmith?
Most
sell them,
modern guns are made out of aluminum.
Well, I mean,
I don't want one.
Sell them to the blacksmith, or we can keep them for later.
Belinor likes the idea of money and doesn't like crossbows because he's an old-fashioned bow-trained elf.
Yeah, these are superior crossbows. You have to take a feat to learn how to use them.
Yeah,
but they're a die higher than heavy.
We can trade them to the blacksmith. I'm not sure if we actually use money, but we can trade them for something. Guild tokens or whatever.
I mean, last time I sold something, they gave me money, so it might just be gold.
That's fair.
Ellie? Galthar?
Yeah.
What's your guys' take on this? Sorry, your girls' and guys' take on this.
Bellingham's fine.
I have no plan on becoming crossbow trained.
Which is fair.
Oh.
Yeah, I have no use for them either, so.
Yeah, they're Masterwork superior crossbows, so they go for 100 gold each.
That's not terribly a lot. Does anyone have friends in the guild, aka other characters, that would use them?
I don't know, man.
Because it is masterwork, right? So it's a little bit better than a regular one.
Right? I didn't know you could do that.
I just rejoined as a GM to try and
to delete the thank you.
I just put it on the map layer. I'm not sure if that was the proper thing to do, but
that was confusing. I'm like, did I delete that by just left click?
No, that was me.
So what's worth it for us? 50 gold each, I'm assuming, if we're getting 100 apiece? Or keep them for eventually?
I mean, that's a pretty nice chunk of change. Depends on how you feel about Masterwork superior crossbows.
Oh, Bellinor wants to just throw it away.
Let's sell them. We can do a lot of good with that gold.
That's true.
Yeah.
All in favor? Say aye.
Sure, I.
Do you want one?
I can't. I would, but I can't use them. So,
well, I was able to fire it, but it's not a great roll until you're trained.
Think about it like this: in order for Galthar to be in the position where he's going to be able to use these crossbows, he's got to give up a level of spells. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I got a crossbow too. So for when I run out of spells, so
I mean, if Is your crossbow the same training as his crossbow would be,
No.
or can you?
No,
You could use
it's
your
just
crossbow.
it's a simple light weapon.
Okay, so there's no point in you upgrading.
Correct.
All right, I
Like
guess.
if the blacksmith could like turn it into a small light version, I'd take it, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So
No.
Yeah, I don't.
I
think
need a
so.
small light superior crossbow. What?
A small light.
You mean
freeload superior crossbow?
Do you mean a superior crossbow made of mithril? No, I mean a superior crossbow I can use with one hand. What?
And it freeloads, so I don't have to load it.
yeah, they'd look at you like you were crazy as hell.
Why don't you just get a dancing longbow, you fancy fuck?
So, how much gold per is that?
If it's two of them at 100, that's 200, right?
Right. 200 divided by 5 is 40, right?
Divided by 5 or divided by 4?
Who's the fifth?
NPCs gotta get money too.
Which
That's
NPC?
right. Lampay does not count.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you can.
Lampay.
Yeah, bribing the DM doesn't exactly work like that.
Hey, Lampay, do you want some fake gold that you could just dish out to yourself?
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't bribe me with my own money, motherfucker.
Alright, fine. 10,000 gold for Lampay.
What am I gonna
That
do?
puts me up
Eat it?
That puts me up to a good amount of gold.
You could buy yourself something nice in game.
So
Sure,
I'll take the 50 of mine and
Cool.
pocket it for now.
Speaking of Lampay, are you wanting to be part of the Session Zero on Saturday?
No.
Okay.
You don't want a character in your own game?
I have
You
plenty.
can always play NPCs if you want.
True.
I'm also the
Are you-
villains.
Yeah.
That is true. Are you gonna
Uh,
listen in on the game though?
What's going on Saturday? I've got a lot of work to do. I'm gonna try because obviously I don't want Sheree I don't want to just throw her to the wolves, but
Well, mostly it's that
Fine.
one guy wants the undead thing, and if I'm in charge, I'm gonna just have a goblin wake up as an undead lich. Because of the heart.
goblin?
Because the heart changes people's races randomly.
Because
That is a good excuse for
No,
any strange
that's
race
not-
to show up.
No, it's gone.
Wait, someone's gonna play as a lich?
Well, they think that. I think it would be more likely that it would be a dwarf. But
Okay.
they didn't seem terribly interested in what their character was before they were dead, so
Indeed.
they're just going to go through the process of rolling up their character, and then we're going to be like, by the way, post facto, this one happens to be dead. It happens sometimes.
Okay.
Living impaired, as it were. Try not to be judgmental about it.
This character happens to be unalive. Deal with it.
Welcome to Naustrilla. Sometimes
The other
motherfuckers are
option
undead.
is they've been sleeping in the swamp. You know, dead.
The swamp lich.
No, I think they're out of one of those burial mounds, which might also give us an excuse to throw another burial mound on the map.
Oh,
Well, you could maybe we disturbed them in the dwarven burial mound and they woke up.
They wander into town and are like, hey, why am I undead? I was just moldering over here, and suddenly, like, what the fuck?
Oh,
And then the drunk gnomes just scream and run away.
I like
I
that
would
idea. It
gladly
wasn't
help
his
with the
idea.
undead problem.
Yeah, there's
I
some
didn't
kind of
wanna
weird
be a
necromancer death cult out here.
That's,
Yeah.
I'm
Good
sure it
try.
wouldn't be the first dwarf that they pulled out of a casket. Let loose.
That is hysterical.
Be the first one that had an agenda, but nonetheless.
Motherfucker, I was having a great afterlife. Why the fuck am I here?
Yeah, I was in the halls of Morden. This is bullshit. I was done with this world. You know what the spiders here are like?
This place, this plane of existence and everything.
I guess
Have you
My
seen the
question-
weather here?
what? Where does Bellinor sleep? That's my question.
Does
there
Bellinor
like a-
sleep? Bellinor probably
Or
doesn't
trance.
sleep unless he's wounded.
Trance. Do I just like go and sit in the corner of a bar for 4 hours?
You're probably from a city through the Vale. So it's entirely possible that you just go back through the Vale into that city, and your family has holdings, and you stand around your holdings looking at things, unless you have to go to the infirmary to be unconscious, because the Eladrin typically don't sleep.
Also, you and Arbon are bros. You can trance in her hut.
Nice.
If she's in town.
In
It's fine.
exchange, I'll help with healing you and nature stuff. And
What's the
Yeah.
name? What's the name? We're gonna make it like a kind of mid-sized town equivalent. What's the name of the Eladrin town beyond the Vale that you go to and come from?
let me just Google some examples of elven cities names. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like some of them are elven, right?
Yeah, you've got Rivendell. You've got what was the one beyond? What was the one beyond the girdle?
Minister.
No.
Well, the way I see it, Valinor isn't from the biggest, most robust city in the Vale in the Feywild. Like he is just from a smaller place, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the place name. Let's do Elven.
Sindar. The Sindarin.
Do you have a list of canon elven cities in this universe, or just?
Ah, hell no. You just throw a lot of L's and THs together until it sounds like something an elf would say, and then that's pretty much how I do things.
I saw a thing that was like write down a word and then change all the vowels to F's and L's.
Doriath, Lathram.
So I'm
Nevrost,
going to start reading these things off from
Hithlum.
the Elven Place Names Generator. Torelin,
Lenway,
Runamasto, Erture, Morkati, Newman Sheaf, Runeshos, Newman Telume, Pelkalu. I like Pelkalu.
I kind of like that too.
Morkosire, Karntumbe, Morkakoa.
What? Where are you getting these? These
It's
sound
a
fucking.
Elven Place Name Generator.
They sound.
FantasyNameGenerators.com.
They sound Filipino.
Yes. That's what I got. I got one called Nihon.
Nihon? No, dude, seriously.
Nholon.
How about Baltimore?
Yes, Baltimore. That's Nandrin, Lothlorien, Kara.
Belsamore.
I'm trying to find something.
Belsamore. Which is Baltimore, but, you know.
Yelan Alora.
Well, it
What
sounds
about
more fucking elven than the shit you've been reading.
What about that Mal Alinar?
Mal Alinar. That sounds pretty fucking elven to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And that's easy to pronounce.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because I
Mal
wouldn't want it
Mal.
to be. Let me find like the most ridiculous one. Yeah, I like Mal Alinar. It's Elvenese easy.
All right.
Easy.
Put that in your notes. You're from Mal Alinar. And it crosses
And
over near
Close to the-
near Drifter's End.
Like this could have been it if you wanted it to.
Mal Alinar.
Right? Like Elven
Swing it.
names. Like Elven names get dumb. Okay, I'll add it to my. Where my folder is. There it is. Characters, story.
It's all dusty. It's a mess.
So, is everybody in Mal Alinar, that's the city, still under the Malays?
No. Everybody else is coming out of it too, but they're more freaked out, whereas you're seeking answers. But they're
Okay.
like laying
Right.
low because they're shocked by everything.
So I'm giving them words on what's happening. And
Yes, and
On the
some
other
people
side.
are very excited about that, and others are like miffed. They're like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you out there where it might be dangerous?" Especially in Naustria. That place is awful.
yeah, but there's a posting today.
There are lizards that just live in the ground and bite you when you walk by. They're poisonous as hell.
Would I know the city of Thalash?
No, but you've heard of it, and there are records in your city of it, and it's weird that nobody in your city recognizes that name, and yet, yeah, the records of it do exist. It is
So
another
is there-
Eladrin city beyond the Veil.
But it's one of the. It's a bigger one, obviously.
It's certainly older.
I'll bring up to my people that there's a potential to go to this city through the means of the guild, which is kind of nice. Anything else you need about it on that character?
You've got enough, haven't you?
No, it's fine.
All right.
Yes, I guess in my downtime, I'm either back in my city through the Veil, or just hanging out with Arbon.
Yeah.
Ellie probably crashes in the temple somewhere, away from the teenagers.
There's like 3 disused bedrooms.
Oh, perfect. She's going to go ahead and claim one.
Yeah, it looks
The
like
dis-
somebody built them, furnished them, and left.
The distant sound of.
Yeah, for the
Listen,
record,
Actually, it's a lot of like sparking and purple flashing lights.
Oh, jeez.
It's not going to last long. They'll end up fighting eventually.
They might be fighting now. That's a word for whatever it is.
the general store does have one extra spare room that it doesn't connect with the main thing. It's like the entrance is on the side. One is where Axe lives now, logically. Another is where the bard lives, but we're pretty sure he's going to move into the opera house soon. And then there's a third one.
Ellie would probably be fine just being in the temple and stuff like that, maintaining that, offering healing and aid to those looking for it. She'd want to make sure somebody was there to actually respond to people looking for temple worship.
Shoving the teenagers into a closet whenever they're not in a closet.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was going to say mostly they're in Alan's room.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll bring up that if you need help with healing or anything, like look for me at Arbon Steert.
Oh.
Because you have no way to get to the Feywild, right? So.
Nor would I ever want to.
I mean, it's not a bad place.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if
it's
I
like
get-
awful.
If I get strong enough,
It
I'll
is-
bring you.
It is god awful.
Yeah,
I've
the
been there.
cities, the Eladrin cities are fucking great.
Now,
15 feet outside of the Eladrin cities, the place is a confusing hellscape of doom and torment. And lies, so many lies.
It's homely though. Just don't pick flowers.
All the lies
no. That's my
of the
plan.
death, destruction, and damnation that we
Well,
cause.
maybe not damnation, but certainly lies. Many
The
of
one
those.
thing I'll tell you is if you ever come with me there, don't make any deals.
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
Listen,
Don't give your word. Don't say you'll do something.
don't
And
worry
never
about
say
it.
something
I'll
3
never,
times in a row.
Ever go.
Don't pick flowers. Don't promise anything.
Nothing is ever what it
Feywild
seems.
is how I treat Australia in real life.
Yeah.
Because you could pick a flower and it'll turn into an ogre. Like that's the fuckery that's there.
Yeah, do we ever
Ellie-
figure out what was up with those badgers?
Yeah, nobody ever figured
No.
out what the fuck was happening with those badgers.
Well,
No, and the giant's gone. The giant was 100% dead when we finished, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
then he
suspect
became
the giant
badger
got
fish.
turned into badgers.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Gnomes have a tendency to be able to exercise certain power over certain animals in certain circumstances. And so
They have the badgers eat them.
they had the badgers eat him.
Oh, nice.
And they were like, we need a lot of something that can eat them. How about badgers? We're notorious for working with badgers. Yeah, let's give that a try. And all the badgers were done eating, and we're sitting there going, What are we doing? Why is this room filled with us? That's not. We don't
So-
like each other.
We should have checked the Badgers for the fucking magic boots and whatever that the guy had.
See, those are gone. That's another weird one.
Yeah,
I'm sure the gnome stole the magic boots.
and there's a glove, right? There's a gauntlet.
Yep.
We'll find them drinking out of it eventually in the bar.
Beware tipsy gnomes. Give me a new sign that's all over the town.
Ellie comes from a world where elves are not fae.
Yeah. I forgot
Well,
about that.
I am.
Yeah.
He's
And
so
she grew up
fey.
in a lumber town that was in an enchanted forest deeply connected with the Feywild, the first world. So they constantly had issues with fey creatures.
Well, I'll.
Yeah, and they're strange and deceitful and.
Is
Yeah.
tiefling I before E or E before I?
What are you talking about?
Except after seeing
Depends on the word.
Tiefling.
Oh, tiefling, I before E.
Which is dumb.
So, do you want to talk about your god and my god and have that conversation in the temple?
There's no way that
we could.
it's funny because even though nobody else here has heard of Sunray, it's not like nobody's. It's not like there's somebody that hasn't heard of Carl or Ethan.
I know, like I'm open to listen to his.
Oh yeah,
and I know Corella Raytheon is right.
Well,
For
it's,
the record, there are an assortment of various altars that, there is
So-
one that could be
Yeah.
retrofitted to be kind of Saren Ray.
the whole
Yeah.
concept of the Divine Concordant is that there are multiple gods and they all get along. As long as you aren't one of the Aethan gods that they destroyed or the Primordials that they laid low in conquering the world.
My
Yeah,
god's Tiamat
belief
now.
is that there are that all gods deserve, good gods deserve worship. She favors the a more of a devotion to Sarenrae, but she doesn't feel like everyone needs to turn that direction. Everyone's free to make their own choices and worship in a way that
hashtag all gods matter.
yeah, pretty much. And she does worship other gods. She's just fully devoted to Sarenrae. Sarenrae is her professional calling along with her religion.
Have you heard of
Like,
that?
if you're gonna go for a trip, you send a prayer to the god of travel. If your beloved one, dies, you make a prayer to the god of death. It's just every day she makes prayer to Sarenrae and
See, it's weird because like our belief is that we all came from Corella Raytheon. He was the protector of elves, the creator of elves, that kind of belief. And we believe to aid others, not defile the dead, and kill that dumb bitch Lolith.
oh,
Have you heard of Lolith?
Well,
a little bit, yes. So, very similar. Believe in aiding others, community, self-sacrifice. Big believer in second chances and redemption. Except when it comes to undead, those should be put back in their place, which is non-existent.
6 feet underground.
Speaking of that
Exactly.
guy who wants to be a lich.
Yeah.
We believe in the elvins that follow this god believe don't defile the dead. The dead are dead, let them rest.
Agreed.
Or don't
and-
flee from foes. Don't run
Yeah,
from battle.
and then core tenet is any servants of a god named Rovagug are also beyond redemption.
I love how there's like this really specific, like contemptuous fucking crusade going on between these two characters, both of which are very important to lore in various gaming worlds, neither of which anybody else here even knows about. I love that. Like, these two people are like, yeah, by the way, there's these gods that are like real pieces of shit. And everybody's like, there are?
Rovagug is basically a giant. He doesn't really deserve godhood. He's just a giant creature of no intelligence. it just devours everything in its path. So a lot of those doomsday worshippers worship him. But back where I came from, all the gods, good and evil, banded together to put him in a hole where he would never be heard from again.
That's
Fair.
And
Yeah,
actually, Saren Ray kicked his ass so hard, that's how she ascended to godhood. Have I mentioned that Saren Ray is a badass?
From Castle Airship. I mean, this'll do.
Is it common for people to ascend to godhood?
No,
It's hard, right? It's a
very difficult.
Well, there's a whole thing
well,
you can do. In Pathfinder, there's like a path that you go down, and if you go all the way through the path, they make you a god.
There are three godly sources. There's the original gods that are so ancient that wherever they came from is beyond even their own memories. Then there are individuals who were so perfect and flawless in what they did, and that they ascended with divine power. Saren Ray is in that category. She was a more simple angel before then, but because she kept rising up with the gods and fighting alongside them, she and performing better than they were at their own job, she ascended.
right? Like an aspect of becoming a god is having a worship base, right? And having the power to do it.
Not where I'm from.
Okay. Right.
And then the third one is there is an item called the Star Stone, where if you touch it, you go through a trial, and if you survive, you ascend to godhood.
Yeah.
There are only 4 individuals that have ever done so.
And literally everybody who ever played that module, probably. But that's players for you.
There's no module to go touch the Star Stone.
All right. Write-ups.
Yeah, I wrote mine.
Yeah, I'm just writing mine.
Oh, that's the thing.
So is there a Corellathian, place in the temple, like a statue people could worship at?
I mean, there's
Yeah.
a moon carved into a wall. It's not a very big temple.
There's like a gajillion things, and you probably go to like one that's kind of naturey. Though I imagine you have one that's specifically kind of elfy.
Yeah. There's a moon and there's a star.
Like, can I commission something a bit more deliberate to be in there?
You might as well start the project of building a fucking alcove or a wing of the temple. I mean,
What's
it's-
entailed in that?
it's just something your character's going to have to do. Try to spend time and resources on it, maybe.
Ellie will
good
spend
idea.
time taking care of all the gods, because once again, she believes that all gods are deserving of worship. So,
Yeah.
while there is definitely a place for Saren Ray, it is not above any of the others.
Yeah, and
Alright, well-
a lot of that shit hasn't been done here.
Well, can I take in my guy's spare time, like he goes home, spends time with Arbon, as well as starts developing a portion to that?
Yeah, seems reasonable to me.
And within that portion, there'll be enough space for multiple. Like, it's just another wing. It's not just dedicated to my character's god.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, because the elves have almost their own sort of pantheon thing.
Yeah, so there'll be enough for all of the related.
Yeah, because you'll need... In fact, in your case, you'll even have like an anti-Lolth thing, and everybody will be like, what? And you'll be like, what do you mean, what? And that'll be amazing,
like
too.
There's like a wood carving with a picture of Lolith and like a big X through it and an arrow in it. But yeah, no, like just tell me what I need to spend or do on that to get it started, and
But,
occasionally we'll figure it out.
The general idea for the main temple is that there aren't any specific altars, but there should be an altar for whatever you want to worship, right? So you can kind of do your thing, and that way...
Yeah, he's
because
working
we
on the
know
elven
that there's
side.
multiple worlds coming in, and we don't necessarily know what all the gods are.
Oh, yeah, man, it's
We
crazy
don't want
sauce.
anyone left out.
It's
So there
already
should be
bonkers.
something that you can, put a statue on and... do
Somebody's
things
got to
and-
do it.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what
I
we
mean, like,
mean
they'll
when we
start-
say it's player-driven.
Like, my character will start doing that just to have a place of worship on the prime material plane.
Yeah, so
I'm assuming in the Fae, in my city, in my town, we all worship the same thing. That's usually how communities are, right?
Well, in your town, in Mal-Alanar, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
In Mal-Alanalda, it is as such.
Mal-Alanar. Alan Alda, yeah. Veil is V-E-I-L or V-A-L-E? Like, how are you wording that?
Like veil, as in there's a veil over it.
Okay.
So, if I tell the Warforged to listen to Uglek, will it listen to Uglek?
That's a good question. Probably. Seems logical. You'd have to try
We
it.
probably try that out.
Oh, could we have gone and told the guild about the Abyssal Dynamo and what it relates to as well?
Well,
it's on the map,
mentioned
so
it in my write-up.
Okay. So I'm assuming we would have shared that. It's not just a weird dynamo. It's like it's part of the whatever Blood Wars.
Mhm.
I don't think that mattered to Valinor, so I'm not going to include anything in detail about that.
So, like, if we try out Uglek ordering the Warforged around, does it do anything?
that's a good question. We don't have Daniel here to figure that out.
Okay, cool. Need to schedule that.
Yeah, you and Daniel are
Probably
going to have to
doesn't
get
take a long
together and
time,
figure
though.
out what you're going to do with all these Warforged. This will be like the third Warforged Uglek is wound up tertiarily involved in somehow.
Was there a second one?
Yeah, at the meat hole.
Oh,
You all very nearly died.
there were Warforged to be we need to go kidnap them too. The farm that is made up of robots and goblins.
As opposed to robot goblins. Nobody who was able to build something like as sophisticated as a robot would ever bother building a goblin.
Especially since gremlins are a type of goblin. The newest type of goblin, in fact.
What is?
Gremlins? So, gremlins in the traditional sense are, things that get into your technology and break them.
Yep.
Like bitches.
They're in the advanced
Hard.
monster manual. I've seen them.
Clan Hardbitten? Is that it?
Clan Hardbitten.
Hardmitten or bitten?
Hard bitten, as in something bit them hard. Probably those damn spiders. Or maybe the lizards that hide in the ground. Or pretty much anything else that lives on this godforsaken island.
So yeah, I'm waiting for the other write-ups to get up, and then I'll add Daniel. I do need to take out the trash, though.
Is
So I'll
Arbon-
probably be back in like 10 minutes.
Arbon's a her, right? You said it was a...
Assumedly. To be fair, her breasts are probably larger than your head, so yeah.
Okay.
She's large, so I figure her breasts are proportional.
I just want to make sure I'm not calling her a him.
I don't think Arbon cares. Your language is kind of dumb. Like, do giants care about, like... I feel they do have genders, but I'm not sure if they would bother gendering their pronouns.
They are more worried about the ordering than pretty much anything else.
Yeah.
They're not going to go around trying to deal in gender when they have all of this ordering things to do.
As far as the giants are concerned, I'm short, and that's more important than whatever I'm packing between my legs.
Yeah, basically. I mean, that might not be true for other Goliath, but...
We might have... Wow, I just realized we might have a height-based pronoun system.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. My tallest? The tallest? Tallest? Wait, you organize your society by whoever's the tallest? It's no worse than the way you organize your society.
What do you mean? Okay, really. Is what's between your legs that important?
Actually,
Or how much money you have?
that was straight up Invader Zim.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was moving them.
In fact, that was 2 different episodes of Invader Zim. Might have been the last television show I ever really liked. Oh shit! I was reading that, and then you moved it by putting yours in there.
Sorry.
Ah, god damn it, man!
Yeah.
I'll return the crashed airship on the way.
Alright, do you guys remember what the right middle is?
Yeah, you need military metal in order to give each other tokens.
Oh yeah, I got that. I know that one. Elf in a strange stupor. I hope I spelled charcuterie right.
Yeah, I didn't try.
I spell it differently every time I write it.
But I didn't get drunk or fucked up on your weird potion yet, so maybe we'll do that in our off time.
Yeah, we can totally do that. I'll probably invite that one druid to see if it works.
Then we'll take our spirit journey alongside of them.
Yeah.
I'm glad the gnomes came back with us.
Yeah.
They seem too proud to say it up front, but I'm glad they just didn't stay there and get killed by random shit.
Spiders.
They have an army of badgers.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they're also gnomes.
Their problem is that they're out of place, but they like charcuterie and wine, so...
This could make the town very interesting.
Okay.
So would you have said if we didn't bring them food or anything, they would have just not come?
I don't know.
No, that's fair.
That's not how it
So
happens,
we give a 1, 2, and a 3. Is that correct?
And we give military metal.
Oh, I only got one.
Sorry about that.
You only got one from Lampay.
If you guys feel
Um,
sorry for Matt, you can give him your military medal. Remember, you only have one to give out to other people.
Yeah.
But you do have one to give out to other people.
Mine was pretty shit and it repeated things, so whatever.
It's so weird. It's just it's not like I planned this, but Bubbles is the perfect rad commission. It is. It's a sea creature. It's adorable.
Let's see if we can do it right.
All he has to do is throw angry eyes on one of the sea creatures he's already more or less got, and I'm in. It'll be fantastic, I'm sure. I believe in him. Even if he did pull the spikes off of the direwolf.
Jesus.
Military metal. Oh, nice. I'll add that to my sheet so I know how many medals I have. I can almost afford another enchantment.
Now Matt just needs to figure out where he puts his medal.
Can I get speedy on my bow twice?
Nope.
I mean, I would be at that point where I have 3 minor action shots I can take, but only 2 minor actions I can potentially use. That'd be useless.
Do.
Is there anything else that anybody feels the need to say or do before I move on with my life?
No, I think that's it.
I mean, I'm adding Glovely to see if he's up for something, but you know that doesn't necessarily need to be right now.
Experience, you added that already? Okay. No, you didn't.
I did that.
10? Wow, nice. God, I'd hate to see the encounter you have to go through to get 10 experience in one shot.
That wouldn't... I mean, by definition,
if
that
we
would be
ended
10
the Blood
encounters.
Wars, If we
I
ended
don't
the
think
Blood
you
Wars,
can end the Blood Wars.
but that's got to be 10 worthy.
Good luck, but yeah.
Ending an internal struggle that's been going on to all of time.
Yeah, it's supposed
Well,
to
yeah.
end for the devils to stop attacking the
you
demons,
guys
and
are where
then
you
they
are.
will
The
continue to
Pharaoh has
multiply
this
unchecked.
dude,
Oh no, I'll go down there
well
with my
in
bow
hand.
and just kill everyone.
Well, then you're part of the Blood
you
War
can,
now.
swiftly deposit
But I am
money
the Blood
for
War
your
at that
other
point,
hostages
there's
and come
nothing
back. Like,
So
Oh, you don't know. Demons
I think I'm
spontaneously
gonna leave him
appear.
where he is for now.
We
They
got a
don't
raiding
move.
party
They just
watching.
exist.
oh, hello,
Which is
Raven.
why if I completely ended it, that would be worth 10 experience.
And thank you,
What's up?
Lampedition.
I
What's
found a
up?
way to stop.
Hello.
Oh
I think it's all the
yeah, I'm
experience.
level
Right.
2
I'm level
now.
100.
They're chasing
Oh,
some cultists
nice.
in some creepy watery
I got
caves
10
beneath
XP.
the bar.
Nice.
But
How-
yeah,
how much-
so you guys.
how much
there's some
XP do you
music
get for
coming
this
from
again?
Direction. And to the south, you see,
Yeah.
of course, the Kelvin
2,
Key. You also
it
see
should
the
be.
tunnel to the east of the Kelvin Key.
well, it might be more than that.
Logo. But you recall from last time
I mean, it's weird,
that, like, anybody
but
about,
maybe
like,
we should call it too, because
the
even though
water
a lot of shit
had a
happened,
bit of a
it wasn't
bad
terribly
time.
challenging.
Right.
Yeah. So is it not
So what I'm gonna
Swing
do
does
before
not-
It's 2.
I don't think I can even get
Like the
around
most
all the way
challenging
all
was
this.
we did really
quarter.
well, but on the roll checks.
Well, yes, sort of.
By the way,
But
swinging,
even
our
still.
turn goes.
Yeah,
like,
we
did
a
gonna be
social
back
thing
to
this time.
raindrops.
I think we should get an extra experience point for having to do that.
So I'm gonna.
Are you at
Correct.
9?
No.
Once I have
this
things around
is
this corner, which I
only
can't see
first
what's
game.
going
This
on
is,
there.
yeah.
I'm gonna
all
come
she
back
got.
here. I'm gonna actually come back here and
Remember
ready
that
to
you have
cross full
tokens
action
as a
again.
player, not
That's it for my
necessarily
turn.
as a character, so you can spend it as you will.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
she already used all hers. Getting,
all right, so
I
you're right
used
up
all mine
there,
getting her her armor.
Lev.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Still sneaky.
I only have
Lev,
one character,
actually.
so they're just on this sheet for now.
You're sneaking about.
Same.
Silent swinger here. Yeah.
Speaking
Oh,
of that,
the
if you
party,
need more
I guess.
6 and zeros
So
on
Silent,
Saturday,
you
I
were
have
here
an
last
idea
time.
for
You
a
remember that there's
character
a
that
field
would fit
here
already.
that's a problem. You liberated
Yeah.
the
Me
demons
too.
themselves to the west.
I mean,
I would like
you guys
to,
can show up on Saturday if you want.
do
I'd rather
this
give the opportunity to
twice
people
with
that don't
my
have
lower
any
level
first.
spell slots.
Yeah.
is
So I'm
Right.
available Saturday, so if you need a person to make the dice rolls work.
I unfortunately will not be
Alright.
available Saturday.
My session canceled.
Ah.
Ah.
And I would like to continue
And
going
who you
does
south.
my fort
Huh?
reflex and will all go up by
Myself.
one?
I
One
don't
level
think
four?
that anyone else
And the
is
spirit guards-
actually
Yeah.
really.
the spirit
One
guards
half
They
level.
stay
last
up.
for 10 minutes.
All right. Yeah. So you're good. You guys are free to advance into the cave at your leisure.
I would like to get past
What is your
this
reflex
invisible
in
wall.
response to? Is that dexterity?
Oh shit! I'm an idiot.
Dex or
there was a
intelligence,
wall
whichever's
here
higher.
last time, and I
So
had
should
moved
my
the
be-
lightweight shit.
Dex modifier plus the
boom.
half level should have gone up.
Ooh. Okay.
You add one half
Oh,
level
yeah.
to everything.
Reminding
Yeah.
And that's where
So then I didn't
We
add
rounded
it to my-
down it to 0 for
I would
first level.
like to.
Yes, I didn't
check-
add it to my. Does it go
So
to
what are you
fortitude, reflex, will,
I'm
and
checking
save?
the range of
Just
everything.
spell magic because I might just want to give that another shot.
Fortitude,
Oh,
reflex, will, skills,
And generic save?
armor class. No, not generic save.
Not armor class, or yes, armor class?
Yes, armor class.
All right.
It should be
you
armor
wanna
defense because
spend
armor
your
class
spell
is
magic.
the difficulty class of the
Yeah.
armor, which means we take
Okay.
10, and we don't do that anymore.
Oh, then I did this completely wrong.
Thank you for your time. Like, comment, subscribe, and share.